So Netivot Shalom again, Sefer Vikra. Wow, I think 2 parashiot and we are finishing the book. So, wow, Parashat Bhar in the mountain, page Kuf Chaf Het. ולא תונו איש את עמיתו. הונאה, it's like you should not deceive or fool. Don't be crooked with your friend. וכי תמכרו ממכר לעמיתך, או קונה מיד עמיתך, right? So when you're going to sell something to your friend, right? To any Jew, or you're buying something, אל תונו איש את אחיו, don't deceive one on each other. And ולהלן כתיב, and over there it says, later on, ולא תונו איש את עמיתו. And you should not deceive, a person, his friends. And Rashi explained, בשם תורת כהנים, the אל תונו, הרי בהונאת ממון, it said about, it's the הונאת ממון. So honah, it's like stealing, but it's not exactly, it's something that is stealing. It's like, you don't steal the money, but you deceive somebody from, and you don't tell him the right condition of a car, for example. You sell it with 5,000 miles, 3 years old car. Actually, you change, not you, but somebody else changed the odometer, and instead of 75,000, you do it to 5,000. So you can charge him more for the car. So you didn't steal his money really directly, but you deceive him with the condition of the car. So this is what it says. This is ona'ah, right? It says it's ona'at mamon, about money. And also, velo tonu bo'ona'at dvarim, also words. Don't make your friend upset. It says in Masechet Tamid, Rabbi Omer, Ezo derech yeshara she'yavor lo adam. What is the straight path that a person should choose or walk? Yesh omrim, and some said, yachzik b'emunah yetera, like you have an extra strength to your faith, add extra strength to your faith. And Rashi explained over there, Isa v'yiten ibnei adam be'emunah v'lo yaneh et habriot. Said, negotiate and do your trade with people with faith, and don't deceive them. Be straight, be honest. They כבר הקשו, and he said that already the Chachamim have a question, the מה תשובה זו על השאלה. Like, the question was, what's the straight path that the person should walk? And you answering with an answer like doesn't make sense to that. What's the straight path? Negotiate with faith and don't deceive people. That's the straight path that you should walk in. And Yakavana, and what they mean? He said it's a special path of the mid of the Hasidut, right? Hasidut is to walk the extra mile, to do more than what we're supposed to do. And this is the mid of the Hasidut. As Rashi explained, there are many straight ways that a person should choose from, but the question is, what is the special one that he should actually really sort out from the other straight path? But, ואילו עניין יישא וייתן באמונה, הרי הוא דבר שמחויב מצד ההלכה. But he said, but after all, negotiate with faith and to be honest, it's something that we obligated by the halacha. It's not the midat hachisidut. The fact that I'm not deceiving somebody doesn't make me a chassid. That's the minimum that I'm supposed to do. The minimum is not to lie, not to steal, and not to deceive somebody. That's the minimum. It's not chassidut. And furthermore, they have another kashya. עוד הקשו על מה שמוסיף רש"י, what Rashi add, ולא יענה את הבריות, and don't deceive the people. It's already included when you said, Isa v'yiten bnei adam be'emunah, negotiate and do your trade with the people with faith, but Rashi add, and don't deceive the people. You can say that maybe it's the same thing, or it's already included in have your trade and do business with faith. And we need to explain now. He said, ויש לומר העניין, על פי מאן דאית בתורת אבות, he says in the chapter of אמונה וביטחון, from the מרן הקדוש מקוברין, זכותו הגן לנו, he said, and we're saying it in the davening in the morning, אמת ואמונה חוק ולא יעבור. It's true, and faith, it's a law, and should not be passed. He said, the Chol Midot, all the Midot, they are depending by the time and the condition, etc. He says, יש עיתים שאדם צריך להתנהג במידה זו, ויש עיתים שצריך לאחוז במידה אחרת. There are time, a period of time that a person should behave in a certain way, maybe be tough, be strong, and some other time he should be soft, with faith, right, etc. So it depends on the time and the condition, that we need to change the midot that we should really hold on. But these two midot, שתי המidot, emet ואמונה, the truth and the faith, these are chok, this is a law. That's always we have to have them. In all the condition, in all the time, condition, whatever we are, a Jew should hold them always. And according to that, we should say, על פי זה יש לומר, בלשון חז"ל, when the Chassid says, יחזיק באמונה יתרה, you should hold and strengthen his faith, like an extra faith, and also the word of Rashi, Isa v'iten be'emunah, that you should do all your negotiation and the trade in faith. It's aimed for these two yesodot, these two fundamental principles, the emet ve'emunah. Right? So Chazal emunah, Rashi emet. So he said the thing of the emet, וכמו שמצאנו, our sage says in Masechet Makot על הפסוק, right? The verse, ודובר אמת בלבבו, that somebody speaks the truth in his heart. And he gave an example like Rav Safra. And Rashi explained, ואחי אהבה עובדה דרב ספרא, היה לו חפץ אחד למכור. So he's talking about the story that happened to Rav Safra. He was selling something, and a person came to him, right, because he wanted to buy it, but his timing was not so good. And he came while Rav Safra was saying Kriyat Shema. And he started negotiation. He said, give me that object in such and such amount. And he didn't answer because he was saying Kriyat Shema. So now he think, okay, okay, we're starting the Middle East, how you said, the negotiation, bargaining. So he thought, okay, he doesn't want to give me in that amount. Okay, so he said, okay, I'm giving you more. So after he finished, Rav Safra finished the Kriyat Shema, he could actually now speak to the guy, and he told him, okay, please take that object, but with the amount, the first amount that you told me. You asked me for the first amount, because this is what I wanted to give it to you. You know, I was thinking about it. And this is what this means, יחזיק באמונה יתרה. So sometimes, and it's something that I learned that, and it's very, very tricky. It's very difficult, I think, that like the first thought that you made up your mind with, this is what you need to go with. And you know, sometimes we've been inspired and say, wow, I'll give, I don't know, $100 for tzedakah. And a day passed, and then he said, $100 is a lot. Maybe I should give 20. 20 is also a nice amount. No, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because you already determined, you said you're going to give 100, and now you're starting to have a second thought and so on. It's like you're breaking your own word. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. It's in your heart. You didn't obligate, you didn't tell anyone, but you already decided. That's very, very difficult. So he said, this is hold to strengthen your emunah, an extra emunah. Even so, he said, even though I know I said, according to the halacha, it's not deceiving. If it's possible, right? If in a certain scenario. And he said, so he said, tell the truth in your heart, and you negotiated with faith and speak the truth in your heart, or whatever in your heart. As I said, Jesus says in the Mechilta Parat Mishpatim ala Pasuk, it says, right? So somebody was stealing. And he said, if you will find the stolen goods in his hand, he said there are 70. The first one, right? The first one, like in the top of the list of the type of the thief, is the one that is stealing the people da'at, like you gonev da'at. You pretending maybe that you're not what you are, and people think about you something else. And you gonev da'at abriot, you're stealing their mind. Right? Somebody that doesn't want to host his friend, or in his heart, he doesn't want to call him, that that he doesn't want to, but he's telling him that, yeah, you want to come for Shabbos? But, or he knows that he's not going to come, but still he's inviting him, so he will consider like as if he's doing him a favor, now we owe him something, right? So he knows that he's not going to come, but I invited him, now he owe me. Or he's giving him like a nice big gift, and he knows that he's not going to receive it. Okay, so he'll take it back. But again, I gave him an expensive gift. He doesn't want. It's his problem. That's it. He owe me again. He said, these are the thief that actually they're stealing the people's mind. And he counted that first before, there are 7 types of thieves. When we're serving Hashem. כמו שכתב, as it says, the אור החיים הקדוש על הפסוק, in שמות, לא תישא את שם אלוקיך לשווא. Don't like say Hashem's name for nothing. עוד ירמוז, also it's indeed, שלא ינושא עליו שם השם שהוא אלוקיו לשווא. Again, don't say the Hashem's name for nothing. And this type of warning, it's don't pretend and don't show yourself that you are righteous more than what you really are. Don't show yourself that you are over the Hashem in your behavior, etc. When the true, this is for nothing. It's not the true. So it's not enough that he's deceiving people. Then he's making like few averot here, right? And he said there are many, many levels. He says there is the sheker b'dibur. There is like lying in your talk, and the thought that again you're stealing the people's mind. And also there is a bechinat daka min daka, something very thin of lie, that it's not really a lie, like a white lie. But still it's a lie. And that's keeping Hashem away from him. As I said, just says in the Pasuk, in Shmot, Bidvar Sheker Tichak, you should go away, detach from lies. And then it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I'm not talking about lie, asking you if you murdered JFK. No. But, did you took this? Did you touch this? Did you do whatever? It's the thing like a hair. And also the opposite. In the truth, they are level higher than higher. Yesh dover emet, somebody that speaks the truth in his heart. And there is what? V'yesh et ma she'et atzmo eno merame, shu b'atzmo yoda et ha'emet. Somebody, he doesn't deceive anyone, not even himself, because he knows the truth, and he's holding to that truth. And so the more the person will hold the higher level of truth, he's getting closer to Hashem, because Hashem sign, right? Hashem mark is truth, emet. And this is what it means. He should hold to the extra faith and do his negotiation with faith. Even so, that is not obligated by the halacha, but still we are obligated to watch ourselves to be in a higher level of truth. And by that he says, "Velo yanet habriyot," and that's why Rashi was acting, and do not deceive the people, even in things that are permissible, that are not a lie, right? Sometimes, and it works. It's very difficult sometimes. It's like somebody's asking us, a client is asking a question, and the answer. If you answer, then it's a deal breaker. If you lie, they will sign the contract. What do you do? He said, even kosher people keeping the mitzvah doing it, but still it's not the truth. And the straight path is that he should not deceive the people, even not in things that are permissible. Like the point of truth, there has no measures. And I think we learned it before many times. It says, Yesh emet ve'yesh emet la'amito. There is the truth and the true of the truth. And this is the straight path that a person should pick to walk in, the point of the truth. And also it's including in that the faith in Hashem. As it says, he explained that sometimes it's look like to a person when he's doing his business, his trade, that if he will do like a small lie, he will be able to gain a lot of fortune. Right? And some people could say, oh, you know what, I will give 20% meiser. So it's worth it. Everybody, it's a win-win situation. I said, no. Because a believer, a Jew that believe and have the faith, that all the kings, he said here, all the kings and all the rulers and all the presidents, nobody can actually add to what he was supposed to get or to take from what he's supposed to get. Only the divine, how you said, the supervision, divine watching, direct, whatever, divine, that can take from him. And also, we know that we have the quota determined for us in Rosh Hashanah, right, for the Parnasa. So it's clear that he's not going to gain more or to lose by lying. And this is the explanation of Isa v'iten be'emunah. Do your negotiation, do your business in emunah and faith, all of it. And don't deceive the people, even in the things that are permissible, right? Because we believe in Hashem and we have faith in Him, that we were not going to lack from what we were supposed to get, or we're not getting more than what we're supposed to get. And by doing that, we found that by this faith in business, in trade, whatever, a Jew is serving Hashem always with the truth and with the faith, and is being watched and careful. Moshe Omer Maran Saba Kadosh Melochovitz said on the Socharim, on the traders, that they were trade with the Goyim, that they used to come to the village to buy, right, to buy the merchandise. He said, "V'pam hayu konim etzel," and when once they were buying from somebody, right, that was the wholesaler. So sometimes they used to leave that wholesaler and go to another wholesaler. And these merchants, right, they were always were afraid that somebody will take someone else's parnasa. And for that, they said the Maran and the Rav used to say that when the Goy is leaving his village, it's already been written in heaven, he who is going to go and to buy and how much is going to pay him. So it doesn't matter what you do. But again, it's very tricky because we don't know the amount of effort that we need to have. It's something that it's very, very difficult to really to know, but we need to still to hold the thing to the faith and to the truth, regardless. And he said that this is what does it mean? That's the straight path that the person should have and hold with an extra faith and clarity in the faith. And this will be emet ve'emunah inam chok v'lo yavor. So the true and the faith are law, and nobody should transgress that. And he said in Torah Avot Ita Maran Kadosh Mekovrin, Zechorto Yagalenu, in the explanation of Yachzik be'emunah yetera, that he should have an extra faith. He said all the midot, a person should behave by his level, and he shouldn't take, he said here, that the person should not speak more about what he can do, what he was doing, blah, 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 when it's not the truth. And don't do even something that you don't really hold off. But in faith, he said, a Jew should speak about emunah even when he doesn't feel, even when he doesn't really have it in his heart. Because that will plant the emunah, that will be rooting the emunah. And that's the beginning of really strengthening the emunah. It's the same concept, I think, as Pesach in the Agada, when we are obligated to speak about the Yetziat Mitzrayim. Because Pesach is the Chag of the emunah, the celebration of faith. So the more you speak about it, the more you plant it in your heart, even if you don't feel at the beginning. And it's nothing to do like with convincing ourselves, no, because this is the truth. We just need to reveal and remove to peel the shells from us by speaking about it. And these two midot, emut ve'emunah, truth and faith, these are the straight path that a person should actually choose. And by that, he will get closer to Hashem, and he will get higher and higher when he will be in the point of the truth. Mehadrin mina mahadrin, and also higher level in the point of the emunah, of the faith. And these two midot of emunah and emet bring us to the purpose of avodat Hashem, to get closer to Hashem. And this is something which is very, very difficult to do, but it is doable. Otherwise, our Sage will not warn us about it.